Hello everybody, it's Connor here, and I'm bringing you guys a team deathmatch match on Dome. I'm using the Scar, but the gameplay doesn't matter here. All I can tell you guys really is that it was a quick game, probably my fastest team deathmatch game ever. I just popped in the game with me and my buddy Tony. We have a love-hate relationship regarding my YouTube name. But anyway, this is not what I want to talk about here. What I really wanted to talk about was pretty much what happened over Memorial Day weekend, which even before I get into Memorial Day weekend stuff, I do want to recognize and say thanks to the troops that are putting their lives on the line for us, you know, to keep our country safe. And it's just such an honor. And I did want to say that because I think that this country has become just a whirlwind of people hating on the U.S. military. And honestly, you can hate on the politicians for their decisions on how to use the U.S. military, but I mean, if there are people that are struggling out in Afghanistan, which is not an easy place to be fighting, and you have no support from your own country, that's ridiculous. I don't care if the politician is horrible and is trying to, you know, start all these wars with people. We need to support the U.S. military. They need our support. That was a huge part in I'm not even going to get into Vietnam, because we had no support from the U.S. But anyway, again, this is not what I wanted to talk about. I guess it kind of was, but the Syrian massacre, the Hulu. I'm gonna totally fuck that up. The Hulu massacre, which the Syrian government blamed Al Qaeda on, and the people who were at the village blamed it on the Syrian government. So that's kind of my big question for you guys today: is do we look for diplomatic relations with Syria, or do we, we talk about peace talks, or do we go in there guns blazing? Is this going to be the next Iraq or Afghanistan? Honestly, I mean, that's a huge question for me. Like, me personally, as I am not pro-war, but I like our military, and I'm glad we have the military we do. But I'm not into, there's a massacre here, I'm not into the U.S. government solving every single country's problems. I think we need to solve some of our own problems before we intervene in other people's, because, to be honest, just in Syria, this is not the only place where bad stuff is happening. There are bad things happening all over the world. In Somalia and many other countries, horrible things are happening. So I don't think we can fix everyone's problems. I do think that there should be peace negotiations, and we should work with the UN to, in some way, stop this. Maybe have UN forces go in at some point after peace negotiations have failed and people are dying. Yes, I would understand that. But I don't think the U.S. government alone should be sending 90% of our military, not 90% of our military, but 90% of the people that would be in Syria would be the U.S. And I don't think that's what should be happening. I think that we need to fix our own problems, and that's what needs to go down, is our problems need to be fixed before we think about other people's. But leave a comment on what you guys think, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And it's been Connor here, and this talk has been awesome.